What's up, party people? Eclipse Vlogger here. So today I'm not vlogging in Eclipse. Today is going to be my 9/11 video. I know I promised that I would release it the week of 9/11. However, that week has come and gone. So I do apologize that it's late. But before we get started with this video, I'm just going to take a moment to tell you my 9/11 story. So I was 1 year old at the time, and my mother and I had gone to Arizona to see her family, while my father stayed home in Texas to work. So on 9/11, there were 3 people in my grandparents' house. There was me, my mother, and my grandmother. And at about 9 o'clock Eastern time, which is 6 o'clock Arizona time, my aunt who lives in China at the time calls, and she says, when my mother picks up, she says, "Hey, did you hear about the plane crash at the World Trade Center?" And my mother says something to the effect of, "Are you kidding?" And my aunt says, "No, I'm not kidding. Turn on the TV and you'll see what's going on." So Mom turns on the TV, and right when she does, the second plane hits. And now I want to hear from you. Comment down below your 9/11 story. And it doesn't matter how you comment it. It can be short and sweet, or you can tell me everything that you did from the moment you woke up to the moment you went to bed that day. It doesn't matter with me. All I just ask is that please keep your comments nice, because like all social media personalities, if I see a mean comment, it is going to hurt my feelings. So please don't send any mean comments. Alright? Alright. And so thank you guys for your understanding, and without further ado, let's get to the video. This is my 9/11 PowerPoint. Alright, so as you know, there were 4 planes used on 9/11. They were American Airlines Flight 11, originally en route from Boston to Los Angeles. United Airlines Flight 175, originally en route from Boston to Los Angeles. American Airlines Flight 77, originally en route from Dulles, Virginia to Los Angeles. And United Airlines Flight 93, originally en route from Newark to San Francisco. And those 4 planes hit 4 locations. The locations are the North Tower of the World Trade Center, the South Tower of the World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and a field in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. And so we have the first plane, American Airlines Flight 11. And this is its flight path from Boston to New York City. It took off at 7:59 a.m., was hijacked at 8:14 a.m., and it made impact at 8:46 a.m. It impacted the North Tower of the World Trade Center, and on board there were 76 passengers, 11 crew members, and 5 hijackers. 2 people made phone calls from the plane, and they were Flight Attendant Betty Ong and Flight Attendant Amy Sweeney. And now we have the second plane to strike a World Trade Center tower, United Airlines Flight 175. This is its route from Boston to Boston to New York City. It took off at 8:14 a.m., was hijacked between 8:42 and 8:46, and it made impact at 9:03. By the way, all times on this PowerPoint are in Eastern Time. It impacted the South Tower of the World Trade Center, and the plane was carrying 51 passengers, 9 crew members, and 5 hijackers. 4 people made phone calls from the aircraft. They were Flight Attendant Robert Fangman, passenger Peter Hansen, passenger Brian Sweeney, and passenger Garnet Bailey. And now we have American Airlines Flight 77, the third plane used in the attacks, and this is its flight path from Dulles, Virginia to Washington, D.C. It took off at 8:20 a.m., was hijacked between 8:51 and 8:54 a.m., and the impact occurred at 9:37 a.m., and it impacted the Pentagon. On board, there were 53 passengers, 6 crew members, and 5 hijackers. 2 people made phone calls from the plane. They were Flight Attendant Renee May and passenger Barbara Olson. And now we have the fourth and final plane, United Airlines Flight 93, and this is its flight path from Newark to Shanksville, Pennsylvania. The plane took off at 8:42 a.m., was hijacked at 9:28 a.m., and it made impact at 10:03 a.m. And the impact site for this plane is actually not a building. It is actually an empty field in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. This is because the passengers and crew learned about the other 3 crashes from friends and family while they were on the phone, and they decided to revolt against the hijackers, and as a result, the plane crashed in a field in Pennsylvania. On board, there were 33 passengers, 7 crew members, and 4 hijackers rather than 5. And this final slide will show you who all made phone calls from Flight 93. There are 12 people who made phone calls, the most of the 4 planes, and they were passenger Tom Burnett, Flight Attendant Sandra Bradshaw, passenger Mark Bingham, passenger Jeremy Glick, passenger Joseph DeLuca, passenger Todd Beamer, passenger Linda Grunland, Flight Attendant Cece Lyles, passenger Marion Britton, passenger Lauren Grancolis, passenger Honor Elizabeth Wainio, and passenger Edward Felt. Alright, y'all, that's my 9/11 PowerPoint, and we'll see you at the next eclipse.